Welcome to the Tom Bernard Show with the family. With
who goes first?
I don't know. Tony.
Oh, Tony, you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
first?
just looking for a public restroom.
Yeah, there you go.
Tony Price, Gold Star Ride Foundation.
Andy Brant Bernard.
And Kristen Burt.
There we go. This has been very smooth so far, I think.
It feels like a Monday.
It kind of does feel like a Monday. Oh, there's a lot going on in the world. My God, the news has not got a lot of real sweet, lovely things going on right now. It's like, my God. And I don't want to talk about everything like that. It's too much to deal with. But it's just, one thing I got to believe is that one of these days, and I don't know if it'll be a month or a week or a year or 2 years or whatever, we're going to have to reach our all-time angry hatred so we can back off again. I mean, there's got to be a top to it somewhere, don't you think?
Well, apparently there was a top to celebrities constantly dying, according to Kristen, because we haven't had any of that in the past 24 hours, right?
We had like a reality star's son die, but major, like, I don't know. It's, I don't know if everyone's watching like Real Housewives of Salt Lake, so,
No.
Can you use the terms reality and star in the same sentence?
Yes, you can, because
some of them,
they are likely eclipsing a lot of our TV and movie stars in terms of popularity and probably out-earning some of them, too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, especially influencers. It's unbelievable the money that's being thrown at influencers. It's a $250 billion economy just for influencers alone and growing.
Yeah, but there's 250 billion of them, so they each make $1.
Yeah, there you go.
Trust me, I am like nobody in the social media space. I don't have like a ginormous following. And I booked 2 campaigns in the last month. And I was like, I can't believe that they are just willing to pay me this amount of money. And then I think, what are the people who have 1 million followers getting paid?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
it's crazy, to be honest. It is crazy, the money that's being thrown on the social media side.
Oh, Tony and I were just talking about that, all this money moving from this place to that place to that place, and it's millions and millions of dollars. God, there's a lot of money moving around right now.
But I haven't noticed any of it going into my bank.
No, mine either. You're right about that.
Tony, become a social media influencer. I am telling you, that is where the money is at.
No time.
Influencer.
No time. Yeah, and, in my lifetime, I've really never been able to get anybody to do what I wanted them to do.
Never?
I'm not going to be doing any influencing.
No.
Yeah.
Different deal.
It's too hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Burt, Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, young lady, entertain us.
Entertain us.
3, 2, 1, go.
Go. So if people have not seen it yet, the new Jury Duty sequel, so it's called Jury Duty Presents Its Company Retreat. The trailer came out today. It's about 2.5 minutes. It is worth 2.5 minutes of your time. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm excited because our new hero, remember last time around it was Ronald Gladden. This time around it is Anthony Norman. And I think where Ronald Gladden was a little bit more subdued, Anthony seems to be like rolling right into all of the antics. Okay. So he comes in as kind of like an office assistant to a barbecue company, a family-owned barbecue sauce company, and they're dealing with a corporate takeover, all while they're on a company retreat. So without spoiling anything, just even from the trailer, it looks like really zany, and Anthony is just kind of rolling with all of it, but he can't keep a straight face half the time when people are just mouthing off, and it's amazing. Oh. That would be me, because I have no poker face. Yep. Anthony had no poker face, and he's like, this feels like a TV show. He goes, but it's so absurd. He's like, who would write this? And he has no idea that he's in a TV show. So I think it's going to be a good one. It comes out March 20th. It'll be 8 episodes altogether this season.
And it's called what?
It's called Jury Duty Presents, so people understand that it falls under the Jury Duty universe umbrella. But the premise this time around is a company retreat.
That was James, what the hell is his name?
James Marsden was in
Marsden.
it.
There you go. Yep. He was good.
Yeah.
He was really good in
great. He got nominated for an Emmy for that. The whole show got nominated. They did a great job with that series. Yep.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
and he was really good in it.
He
Absolutely.
was playing like a version of himself.
Yeah.
There's no big celebrity this time around. I think that they, it only made sense kind of in the jury duty premise of it. But it will be on Prime Video. I think last time around it was on Freevee, but Freevee is no longer. So Prime Video it is.
Oh, Freevee's gone.
Yeah, it was there. It was Amazon Prime's fast service, kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
Tubi.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And they've just kind of folded it into your Prime Video service.
Speaking of TV, has anyone out there or any of you watched the new Scrubs yet? I'm wondering if it's worth my time.
Oh, you didn't watch it last night?
Well, so I told the story. Well, it's not really a story. It's just like a thing. But we wanted to get all of our various subscriptions billing on the same day. So for budgeting purposes, it's just easier to know where your money's going. But you can't change the billing date of those services. You have to cancel them, wait a month, and then re-up them on the day that you want them to bill. So right now, we are Disney-less and Netflix-less.
Oh, geez.
Yep, it's dumb the way...
It's your opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
you would think
Or
so, but...
You could just use a different email address and get it right away.
Yeah, but then like all your watch history and all that kind of stuff, and it's like we can live without Disney Plus for 2 weeks. It's not a big deal, but
Gotcha.
it's going to be the first we're going to re-up it. But
Okay.
I mean, for the most part, it's not us who even watches it. It's Ethan's watching Disney Plus. Like we'll watch Bluey at dinner time sometimes, but there's a reason it took us 2 years to get through 9 seasons of Scrubs.
Well, you got 2 little ones at home.
Exactly. Jaden says Scrubs was good. So the new Scrubs, have you watched the new one? Because, yeah, I'm wondering. Because we had this discussion the other day. Reboots can be good or very, very not good.
Yeah, now I didn't watch it. I saw the reviews. The reviews were like kind of mixed, which is expected with the reboot, I think. But looks like Jaden watched it and said it was good, so...
The new Scrubs
There
was
you go.
funny, huh? Well, all right then. I guess maybe in 4 days we'll have to start that one up. And it'll take us...
Yeah.
Let's see. We went through 9 seasons in 2 years. So it'll take us how long to get through 1 season of the new thing? Like a month and a half, something like that?
Maybe a decade. Maybe a decade.
Well,
A
yeah,
decade,
things
yeah,
might be
there you
slowing
go.
down, actually, now that our 1.5-year-old is becoming more of a person.
Yes. Well, and there's a big spoiler, so try and avoid the spoilers on the first episode.
Uh-oh. First episode spoilers.
Yeah. There is a big spoiler.
Huh.
It'll
Some of
all
the
work out in the
characters.
end. Is
Yeah,
that what you're
I
saying?
read it and I was like, oh, okay, that's big. It's big.
You know what's amazing to me as you guys sit and talk about this whole thing as I reflect back, because I'm a different generation, all the rest of it. Everything you're talking about today, back in the old days, was free. And now it's not even close to being free.
Over-the-air. I mean, over-the-air TV is still a thing. It just,
Yeah.
no one watches
They don't
it
have-
for whatever reason.
They don't have any
No.
programming.
Well, I don't know, they do, but like, yeah, like, for example, the new Scrubs. I'm guessing that's not going to be over-the-air. Is anything new over-the-air anymore?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, like ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS, they're all still rolling out new shows. I mean, Tracker's the #1 show on,
That's a good show.
watched on television.
I like that
CBS does
Yeah.
all their procedurals. They are
That's
very
a good
successful.
Yep.
Dancing with the Stars, going into season 35, that's hotter than ever, which is
God.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
What about the soap operas? They used to be
The
big.
soaps?
They
I don't-
they're doing very well, surprisingly. And here's the thing, because I do cover daytime. NBC moved Days of Our Lives off of NBC a couple of years ago. It's probably now 3-4 years ago, and they moved them over to Peacock. But the fans actually like it better because they don't have to tape their programs. They can go back and watch an episode from last year because the library is all there instead of having to, wait and watch and everything. So it actually makes more sense for a show that's on 5 days a week.
You know that every time you say that, what I hear in my head because of my
I know.
spot of life, Days of Our Lives.
Every time
many-
I say that.
It's true, but Fred Sanford, every time, every episode, Lamont, I'm watching Days of Our Lives.
Well, it's funny because when I hear Days of Our Lives, I think of Joey on Friends. Because he
Oh,
was,
do you?
Oh, that's right.
He was on like
played
the
Dr. Jake
fictionalized.
Ramore.
Yep, Dr. Jake Ramore. That's right. Yep.
And they added, actually in 2025, Tony, they added a 5th soap opera called Beyond the Gates, and so CBS now has 3
Wow.
daytime.
Wow.
Yeah, which is actually pretty impressive in this era.
I'm gonna rewrite my entire schedule so I can
You know.
We're going back to
to
appointment
the
television.
TV more.
Yeah, but a lot of these shows are intra-generational. Like their grandmother watched it, and then the
Yeah.
kids
Oh,
yeah.
watched
Yep.
it, and now the grandkids watch it, and it becomes a show. Because I do cover a lot of daytime, and sometimes when we go to some of the fan events to interview the cast, you will just see the fans, and they're like, "I've been watching this since 1986 or 1972 because my grandmother watched it, and then my mom watched it." And it's there's something sweet about that seems so wholesome in 2026.
We're watching the same people cheat on each other for 40 years.
Yeah.
Although it's probably at this point, it's not. I'm guessing.
You're never dead in daytime. That's the other great thing. And, people always make fun of daytime actors, and I'm like, they've got the most secure job in the entertainment industry.
Yep.
So a lot of them are like, I'm not moving. I'm not going to go off and try and think I'm going to have a bigger TV and film career. And the soaps have been smart about like, hey, if Hallmark wants me for 3 weeks to go off and shoot a Hallmark movie, they let them go now.
How long?
Before they were locked in.
How long is the turnover for shows like that for the actors? Like, are they the same people from 30 years ago still doing it?
I mean, you have people like Deidre Hall, who plays Marlena on the show on Days of Our Lives. She's been there since the 60s, 70s.
Well.
Some people have been there a really long time. Some of the boomer era actors. But there are Gen X actors that have been there 30 years. I mean, for some of these people, this has been able to like put their kids through college, get a nice house in Los Angeles. And the ones that decided just to kind of stay put and have kind of a more normal life were probably the smarter ones because of all the disruptions with streaming and the strikes and the pandemic. In the end, daytime actors were the ones who are sitting pretty now.
Yeah.
Somebody just knocked at our door. I have to go
heard
answer
that.
the door.
So are Luke and Laura still on General Hospital?
Well, Laura is.
Speaking of longevity of characters.
Yeah, Tony Geary just died a couple months ago. Who
I
played
didn't.
Luke?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had surgery and died after it. But he had retired already, so he was living in Amsterdam. I was there for his very last daytime Emmys, and he was like, "I'm done. I'm moving back with my partner to Amsterdam," and that was it. He did not look back, but he kind of like lived on his own terms. And he was off General Hospital almost a decade.
Seems like the last time I watched him, when it was Luke and Laura back in the early 80s, Amsterdam was one of the places that they went because they were on the run for a while.
They were.
And it seems like Amsterdam was one of the places they went.
And you have to remember too, like that Luke and Laura era, the wedding was like watched by, I mean, literally everyone came home from school and watched
Right.
that.
The wedding was viewed by as many people as watched Princess Diana get married, right?
Yeah, isn't
Wasn't that the two weddings of the 80s?
It was, and the dress was based
Why do
off
I
of
know this?
Diana's. I don't know. I love this that you know this. And also, Helena Cassadine was originally played by none other than Elizabeth Taylor because she was such a fan of the show. They wrote her a role so she could be part of the Luke and Laura wedding and curse them.
And curse them? That's nice.
She cursed them, yeah, and they were their marriage was cursed.
You mean literally? They cursed them.
Well,
like
on
a
the
witch?
soap opera, yeah.
Well, yeah, but like,
And they are. Oh, okay.
I didn't realize there was the
So that's-
supernatural in those soap operas as well.
Oh, there's if you ever watched Passions when that was on the air, that was all supernatural. They had like a little talking Chucky doll kind of thing. And on
Chucky.
Days of Our Lives, Marlena was possessed. I mean, they
Oh,
really
wow.
dive into the supernatural quite a bit.
Well,
It's amazing.
someone mentioned Dark Shadows. Was that was like ghosty
yeah.
ghosts, right?
Yep.
Yep, Dark
Yeah.
Shadows.
So yeah, that was one of those that I knew. Like I know some of them have supernatural stuff in them, but I didn't think Days of Our Lives had literal magic in it. But hey,
Yeah,
there you go.
Dark Shadows and Barnabas Collins.
I've never watched a second of any of them. Is Heartland a soap opera? Because my mother-in-law, no.
Depends on your point of view.
Well, that's the thing. It's
Right.
like, what makes it a soap opera? What's the definition?
I would actually say that a lot of the reality shows, like the Real Housewives franchise, is a soap opera, even though it's real life.
Right.
It's what kind of took over a lot of the daytime serials, but you can have like a primetime soap, like Dynasty, Dallas were considered primetime soaps.
I think the answer was kind of half answered there when you said serial, because in the 80s, it didn't make it. If you could skip 3 weeks of your favorite sitcom and then you watch it on the fourth week, you didn't miss anything.
No.
Each one was individual unto itself, whereas the serials, you had to watch everything to be able to follow the story. And most episodic television or programming today is all serials like that. So
yes, it is.
if you don't watch them all, it's really hard to pick it up in the middle of the season.
Yeah, try and watch.
Cheers. It didn't make any difference when you watched Cheers.
Right, you could come in and go out, and you're fine.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I remember
you could always say Norm.
In the mid 2000s, back when people were doing TiVo for their main TV watching, I would just like hit record all syndicated episodes of a given show, and because multiple networks were syndicating, they weren't always in order. So sometimes I'd get like something from season 2, something from season 6, but it really didn't, like Tony said, it really didn't matter. It would skip all over the place, and I never felt like I was confused or anything. But now it's like, I've told the story of Melissa and I watching The Flash, and not only do you have to watch every episode of The Flash to know what's going on, you have to watch every episode of every other CW thing to know what's going on.
Marvel's a pain that way.
The days of skipping around and not being confused, I think, are pretty much over. Although standalone sitcoms do still exist, like Last Man Standing. I don't know if that one's still on, but that sort of thing.
Yeah, you can definitely just kind of pick
Well,
that up.
that's kind of dated too, isn't it? Last Man Standing, isn't that a few years ago?
Is it? I don't know.
It's back.
Well, it's back.
Oh, well, there you go.
I thought Tim Allen was busy with Shifting Gears.
Oh, is that what it is? See, they all seem the same.
So Shifting Gears is a completely different show.
Shifting gears.
nice.
Yeah, because I was like, actually, I went to a taping of Last Man Standing in like 2013 because my husband's friend wrote on the show. Yeah, Shifting Gears. But he brought back some of the cast members from, I believe.
Well, he's
Last
good
Man
at
Standing.
that. He's good at that anyway. In Last Man Standing, he brought in a couple of characters from
Yes.
Yeah.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yep, there were a couple cameos on there. Looks like
Yeah,
Last
they're in
Man
season
Standing.
2 on Shifting Gears.
Yeah, Last Man Standing was 11 to 17, and then again from 18 to 21. So that's been off the air for 5 years now. So.
But it did come back. See, I knew that there was like a comeback, but I saw the first.
Well, they just took a
iteration of it.
COVID break. You can't really count that.
That's not
COVID.
real. But yeah, I mean,
That was actually a pause, and then they came back.
yeah. But Shifting Gears,
But not having nothing to do with COVID.
a gruff widower who runs an auto restoration shop reluctantly takes in his estranged daughter and his 2 grandchildren. It's always the same character with Tim Allen. It's like
It is, yeah.
the
It's
tool
basically
man,
the same.
gearhead guy, and he's got the kids, and he's like, oh, I don't like these kids, but he actually does like the kids.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. I've been watching that show. I enjoyed it a great deal.
Oh yeah, so the Last Man Standing pause was it moved from ABC to Fox. That's what it was. I knew that there was
Oh,
a
that's
shift.
right, because
yeah,
he said something politically.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that when that happened?
Got him fired from one network and hired by another one.
Oh,
in
is that what it was?
2017.
I heard something about that. I don't know how true it is.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I know
let me
he's
see it.
If only there was a
conservative.
Hollywood reporter we could ask.
I'm
Yeah.
actually looking it up because it's like that's almost a decade ago.
Yeah, sure
Kind of
is.
hard
Yeah,
to believe. Yeah, let's see.
But
I'm
I
just-
think it's
cancellation. So ABC canceled Last Man Standing after 6 seasons, despite the series being the second most watched ABC sitcom with ratings
Yep.
mostly steady. The cancellation caused the show's fans to question its motivation. And it happened some months after lead actor Tim Allen said in an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live that being a Republican in Hollywood is like 1930s Germany. You got to be real careful around here, you know. You'll get beat up if you don't believe what everybody believes. His comment was widely criticized, especially his comparing the treatment of Republicans in Hollywood with Nazi Germany.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty accurate to me.
And then he wound up over at Fox.
Well, it might not be true, but it certainly follows a path.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
And it also could be
It could have been,
his salary is very,
Yeah.
very expensive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, it could have been that, and then they couldn't. I don't know. I would love to have known if there was any type of conversation about cutting his salary. And in that era, cutting salaries was kind of not a hot topic. Like now, a lot of actors will take a salary cut in order to keep everyone working, but he may not have had that luxury.
See, I personally think that he really wanted to work with Sean William Scott, who's from Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
There you go.
And so he started a new show where that guy he's one of the mechanics in this restoration shop.
Wasn't Tim Allen like the best paid sitcom actor at one point for Home Improvement?
Yeah, likely.
Yeah,
Probably.
so I mean,
he's probably at the top.
He was probably so used to getting so much money, and then ABC was just like, I don't know, we don't have it. That could be part of it.
It does get to a point, like a lot of times, that's why shows get canceled. It has nothing to do with its popularity.
Yep.
It has everything to do with the budget. If they can't come to terms on maybe cutting that budget, it doesn't go on. I mean, I even think of like Blue Bloods. The entire cast took a 25% salary cut in order to do that final season so that they could keep the crew working.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
God.
And you think of how expensive Tom Selleck and Donnie Wahlberg. They're both very expensive as TV talent.
Right. And how's the Boston one doing?
I don't hear much about it.
No, I don't
honestly. I don't.
It's one of the sons, and I've not seen an episode of it yet. I want to watch it.
Boston Blue. I'm looking up the ratings.
Boston Blue. There you go. Yeah.
Let's see how it's doing. So Boston Blue leads as one of the network's top 4 titles, which is good. So it's averaging about 8.6 million viewers. Tracker ranks in at about just under 13 million. So it's doing decent.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's doing decent for them.
So that's not bad at all.
No, not in this era. I'm like, if you're getting 8 million a week, that is great, to be honest.
8 million a week.
Sounds like a big number.
Yeah, that sounds like a big number. You're right.
Yeah.
No question about it. But
It's almost as many people as watch the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, well, not
Well,
quite
it's like
as many as
10%
we
of the
get,
way
but,
there, yeah. I mean,
you know what we're talking about. No question about it. I just. So what else is happening in the news? Anything good in Hollywood?
Anything good in Hollywood? Well, I was like, here's the other interesting thing, and in talking about Disney Plus is now adding all of their 8 local market newscasts. And I've been waiting for this to happen because now that you get your newscast on Disney Plus, especially if you're in a major city. So the cities that are owned by Disney, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, Houston, San Francisco, Raleigh-Durham, and Fresno. This starts to cut into any reason why, if you still haven't cut the cord, this gives you the reason. Because you're thinking, like, I'm just hanging on to it because I need my local news. And you're like, well, I live in Chicago. Your local news is right there.
Well,
but
YouTube has it on the network. I watch the Minnesota news every night.
that's how a lot of people do it, yeah.
Yep.
No problem. YouTube's got all of that stuff. So that's not a problem at all.
Or even the local news, or even your local news's website will stream it live too. I know they do here in Los Angeles, so you can always watch it there.
Absolutely right.
Making it accessible.
And that explains why I'm not on this show very often, because I don't watch the news.
Never.
I only watch the news when I'm on it.
So you never watch the news.
So relatively never.
Close enough.
Really, I've watched it a few times. And I was just so glad that when I was on the news, I was able to share it with my mother.
Oh, that is nice. No
Yeah,
question.
so a good story.
It is a good story. Well, but you watching the news, you learn a lot from watching the news. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. This just happened yesterday, because when I'm kind of sitting around, I like to read through stuff and check out what's the latest thing going on and all the rest of it. And I ran across this article about ice cream. Did anybody read an article last week, in the last 7 days, about ice cream? Mm-mm. There are 10 top brands of ice cream in the United States of America. Okay? 8 of them have something in common.
They're not real ice cream.
They don't have any ice cream in them.
No way.
Yeah.
Not, like, literally
They're dairy.
none?
Literally 0 ice cream in 8 of the 10 top-selling ice cream. I mean, my God. How bad is it going to get?
I was
really?
going to go out
is
for ice cream this afternoon. Now
No, maybe not.
maybe not. Maybe not so much.
Well, there's still
now.
2 of them. There's still 2 of them that have ice cream in them.
Yeah, they're
Which
now
flavors
labeled
are those?
frozen dairy dessert or frozen dessert because it contains less than 10% milk fat.
Oh yeah,
And they're
Breyers
substituting the cream with vegetable oils.
or skim milk apparently, which honestly is maybe even worse than vegetable oil. Skim milk is just water. It's just white water.
It is.
I don't even know how you make ice cream out of that. But yeah, it's Breyers. They don't have cream anymore. They just use skim milk and other additives.
Yep, additives.
And they're not called ice cream
healthy
anymore.
For you.
Yeah, no.
And they're not healthy additives either, by the way. Add that part. That was reported on the national news. Some of these ingredients are not healthy for human beings.
That's it. I'm moving to homemade ice cream next week.
I like it.
That sounds good, actually. I love a homemade peach ice cream in the summer.
Ooh, peach,
huh?
So good.
Plenty good.
Like a peaches and cream, so good.
God, there's got to be better flavors than peach.
But,
Oh my gosh, it is in the summer when it's hot and you get the cream. Oh, it's so good.
Which part of the country do you spend your summers in? That
Los
might have
Angeles.
something to do with it.
Los Angeles,
Everything
'cause
tastes different in Los Angeles.
Yes, because we're already in summer because it's 88 today.
Ooh, there you go.
I don't know.
The last time I was in Los Angeles, I actually went to a beach and I got in the water. And as I was walking out of the water back up to the sand, I could see the mountains with snow on the top of them.
Oh,
and it's the only
God.
place in the world that you can do that. The
Wonderful.
geography in California is just breathtakingly
It
beautiful.
is.
It's
Yep.
stunning, and right now we have snow-capped mountains because we've had so much rain this year, which has been fantastic. And so you drive down the 101 and you just see the beautiful snow-capped mountains. I never get tired of it. You know, the
Actually,
sun's shining, it's warm, and there's the snow.
The last time I was there, I actually had to delay my trip for a day because I was on the motorcycle, and the mountain pass that I was going from Yuma, Arizona to San Diego was closed because of the snowstorm.
Oh, wow.
So having a road closed because of a snowstorm when you're on a motorcycle is kind of an interesting set of circumstances.
Yeah, I
What a
bet.
good idea.
I crossed that state line and I had to stop and put my helmet on because California is, of course, a lid law state. And I put my helmet on thinking, this is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So I'm riding in this snow.
In California, too, you're allowed to, and I don't know if this shocked me when I moved here, motorcycles are allowed to ride in between
It's called
cars
lane
and
splitting.
traffic.
Yes.
Splitting.
That's
yeah.
now, they just last summer they made that legal in Minnesota as well.
Yes,
Yep.
they did. Yeah.
Under 20 miles an hour.
Terrifies me.
It is.
Terrifies me.
And the first time I did it, I was a little bit afraid, but now I do it all the time. All the time.
I love that you're not afraid. As a driver, I'm terrified. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes all of a sudden we don't
Well-
hear you, and then all of a sudden, whoom, and I'm like,
Yep.
First of all, let me point out that if I come alongside your car and you don't hear me, you need to turn your stereo down
Yeah.
because my motorcycle is loud. And second, if the traffic is pretty heavy, I'm on my horn too, and I have a semi-air horn on my motorcycle.
Yeah, some
So
of them
you
will
are
just
definitely going to hear
sneak
me.
up on you. Oh my God, it is so terrifying. I'm talking about like when you're in traffic, because all of a sudden they'll like come in out of nowhere, and you're
Yeah.
like, thank God
My
I had to
favorite-
move lanes.
My favorite part about it is when I'm coming up to a red light and there's like 2 lanes of traffic and they're all stopped at the red light, and I got 5 cars in both lanes. I just right up to the front. That's my
Yep.
favorite part about lane splitting.
Yeah, you're not sitting in that traffic that we're all sitting in, which is nice.
It's definitely a benefit.
For you
Aren't
guys.
you special? That's all I have to say.
Tom, all I ever want to do in my life is give you somebody special to sit next to.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. We've been working on it for years. There's no question.
No.
So, Chris, you only got a minute or two left. What? Any big news to close up with?
The big news, and this is going to be more for the chat than you because I know you don't watch the show, but tonight is the Traitors finale. So if anyone doesn't want to be spoiled, make sure you're watching that tonight. And immediately following will be the reunion special. So it'll be a 2-hour ending to this season of the Traitors.
What is Traitors? I don't even know what that is.
Traitors is a competition reality show hosted by Alan Cumming, and it features a lot of reality stars and athletes and just people that are newsmakers. And it's basically a game of Assassin, if you've ever played Assassin before, but they do it in a Scottish castle. And it is delightful because it's a lot of people with big personalities. I know a lot of people in the chat have watched it over the season and like talking about it. So we will find out who the ultimate traitor or faithful is this year.
So is this with a D or a T? Traitors or traders?
Traitors.
Traitors. Okay.
Traitors.
It is,
Traitors.
okay.
You're either a traitor or you're a faithful. It's a fun game to play. I'll tell you that much.
You're a what? A face bowl?
Faithful.
Oh, faithful. I was like, what the hell?
You can be a faithful. Is that what you thought it was?
There she goes.
Faithful.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's good. We got it all figured out now. No doubt about it. All right. Any closing words?
That's it. Watch the Trader so we can talk about it in the chat tomorrow.
Was it Traitor or Trader?
Traitors. Or if you do it the way Alan Cumming, the Traitors. Traitors in his Scottish accent. I can't do accents, so you get the idea, though.
Behave, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Burt, Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. We'll take a break, be right back. Now, we're not only going to have Tony in studio, but we got a couple other guests popping in, don't we, Andy?
We got one. I don't know about the other one. He's probably... Well, I think he's in some other state again. Didn't he go to, like, Washington or something? I don't know. Someone out there might know.
I think he's at a Motel 6 in Atlanta.
Is that he's back in Atlanta? I mean, he was just in Atlanta, I think. He's all over the place.
What?
Yeah, he's all over the place.
So who we got coming up next?
I'll keep it a secret, so you don't know.
Okay, we'll keep it a secret. All right, we'll be right back. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand, and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget, and now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
There's a cruise that I've been hearing about from my friends at Heart of the North Tours. It sounds amazing to me. It's the Alaska Cruise Tour. What is an Alaska Cruise Tour? Well, here it is. It's a tour that features a cruise that includes a 7-day Princess Cruise tour of the glaciers, combined with glass-topped railway experience, multiple nights at the Denali Wilderness Lodge, including the land meal package. You'll visit Denali National Park, Whittier, Hubbard Glacier, Glacier Bay National Park, and stop in Anchorage, Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. For more information, go to heartofthenorthtours.com or call 1-833-424-2700 to speak to Mike. Catherine and I will be on the trip, so we're looking forward to either meeting you or seeing you again, one or the other, right? Mike is a pro at arranging these amazing tours. It all happens August 8th through the 19th. There are limited spots available, so book now. It's a trip of a lifetime that you won't want to miss. Andy's rocking out, man.
Never mind. I guess we got both of them.
We got everybody. Look at that. We got 3 guests on at one time, ladies and gentlemen. The trifecta, as it's known. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
We got it all covered. Michael, where are you now?
I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
He
you
is in
were in
Atlanta.
Atlanta. That was a good guess.
Wow. I think
I'm
Tony
hearing
might have prescience today.
I'm hearing a speech about making good decisions, and they've confirmed I'm very bad at it.
Well.
Oh, really? You don't make good decisions?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, I have a question for you then. Because as you said, I make bad decisions, you were looking right at me. Are you referring to our friendship?
Yep, I was. Yep.
I knew it.
They said, what was your worst decision you've ever made? And I'm like, getting to know Tom.
I'm glad you guys got that straightened out, because I thought you were looking at me.
What's even better is after they had you write it down, they asked you to stand up and talk about it. So I had to get up in front of 50.
Fifth.
We lost him. A fifth of booze?
Yep.
Yeah,
He had
right.
to get up in front
Keep
of a
telling
fifth
him
of
to get a
booze.
new battery for that phone.
We
Put
lost
Brittany over
him.
here. There we go.
Oh, he'll be back on. No
He'll be
question.
back.
So, Brittany, are you a booze hound too?
I used to be. I'm retired.
I used to be.
No, I've been sober for 15 years.
15 years. Yeah, you and I
In
matter of fact,
a row?
Yeah. Was it in a row?
Trust me, that's the only 15 years I have, doll.
I think you and I quit drinking within like a 30-day period.
Yeah.
I'm like a week before you, so I always throw that in your face.
That was my idea, Tom.
I said, you should try this. And you said, yeah, let's do it. Something exciting's happening over here at the old Hagen household.
Okay. Michael's back.
There he is.
There he is. Excellent.
Okay. We're getting insulation here, me and Magogo.
What's happening?
So, it's happening. Yeah, it started yesterday, and then we'll have today and tomorrow will be the last days. But it's already like 20 degrees warmer in my house.
Really?
Is that closet warmer?
Yeah, everything. I have a walk-in closet, Tom, that was uninsulated, and it was like a fridge. And so I had all my clothes in there, and I would have to take them out like for the day and defrost them before I'd wear them. So I'd like sit them out and let like chicken defrost in my sweaters. And then, so things are a lot better over here.
But on the good side, she'd do videos like Rocky and go in there and beat up her clothes.
There's a shock.
Fully, like 5 sweaters. It was always so cold. So I'm really excited. This is going to next level our house for sure.
Next level? Mm-hmm. All right, that's good. So what else? Michael, what's going on in your world, Pally?
So, like I was saying, you had to get up in front of the group. A bunch of people I'd never met before and talk to about my bad decisions in life.
What if everybody had to do that?
Yeah, well, who knows?
Well, we all have to answer for our mistakes, don't we? Mm-hmm. You know, and I got no problem with that. People do make mistakes. Anybody that overjudges, oh, you did that? Oh, my God. I automatically assume that they would really suck at making it better than anybody else did. What?
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. There's something about somebody who goes like, how dare you? And you're like, obviously you've probably done that. Like if you you project a little bit.
Right.
Mike, you said that you didn't know you're going to have to say them out loud. Would you have written down what you wrote down if you know that you had to say it out loud? No?
Not a freaking chance. No, my best decision would have been something like, joining the group. And my worst decision would be not joining the group earlier,
I work too hard.
Well, did they get my question in there? Because he called and asked me if I wanted to ask a question, and
They did not. Your question did not come up.
Damn it, because it was a good one. It's like, so Mike, did you like your $250 steak at the Pink Flamingo?
That was good. That was good. And I especially liked sitting in a love seat with you.
Yeah, it was in a love. Mike is not making that up, by the way. And Mike and we're both over 6 feet tall. I mean, we're big, broad-shouldered guys, and they put us like to these 2 love seats. Like, what the hell?
Was the steak really $250?
Yep.
And did it taste that much different than like a $60 steak?
Yep.
Yeah?
Did it?
It was really good. It was really good.
I just
it did.
And I love steak. Like I love steak.
Oh.
But don't you just feel like there's like a point of no return with like
Nope.
Yeah, absolutely.
No?
Yeah,
Nope.
I think so.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, if it was like a $2,000 steak, like I don't like Wagyu. I don't know why. It just tastes weird to me. I need my cows beaten. I need them beaten, and I need them unfed.
God.
Well,
they
got to get they got to get what's coming
Don't
to
hold
them
back.
first.
Tell us
right?
how you really feel.
Yeah.
What time do you have to be back at the Institute?
Good steak, Brett. If you have a good steak, you know it.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, there's no question about that. But no, so, I mean, Brittany, we've told you to come down and hang out on the beach and go to Pink Flamingo and all that stuff. So get down here. What the hell's the matter with you?
I know. I've been using my time off exclusively for visiting people who are either dying or dead this year.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Influenza A.
Yeah, or influenza A. That we had a bout of that. Now my co-host has strep. So we are. Yeah, I know. It's like one of those crazy things. Me and my co-host Tom have littles, so we take turns just being super sick.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but when you come back into town, I'll let you go buy me a good steak. How about that?
Oh, that'll be what it is. I thought she was going to say, oh, you could come in and just take my place a day or two. No, it's just they got to buy me something.
Yeah, buy me steak. I want you to buy me a $250 steak so I could be the judge.
You're going to have to come down here then. They don't have those up in Minnesota.
I was going to say, what's probably the most expensive steak here in the Twin Cities?
Ruth Chris.
Yeah, Ruth's Crisp or
you get the cowboy ribeye.
There's
It's so
Mort's
good.
or Morty's or Morton's or whatever, something like that up here
Morton's,
too. Yeah,
yeah.
Morton's is I'm sure you can get a $200 steak there. Let's find out.
Oh,
actually.
really?
And Murray's.
Murray's is the one I was
Murray's,
thinking
yeah.
of.
Murray's.
I don't know why I said the other thing,
God.
but
Seems to me there might be some spendy steaks at Manny's.
Oh, Manny's too. Yeah, no question
Manny's,
about it.
Murray's, Morton's, and if it starts with an M, you can get an expensive steak there.
What are you going into a cell? Where the hell you headed?
No, I was in the green room, but apparently the actual people in the green room have to use it. So I've been sent out to the lobby.
That's working really well.
So you're letting us know just how far up the totem pole you are there in Atlanta.
I am very low on the totem pole, especially after I got up and talked about my life choices. It's like they're probably reevaluating letting me in the group.
I don't think so. I think maybe, I'm not sure about this, but I think sometime in my life I've made a mistake or two. So I'm not one to judge, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, just not who
The
it,
jury's still
Usually I
out,
have
but you
to
might
help you
find
get
out
out
that
of
it's.
it.
what was that?
And usually I have to help you get out of it. So
Well, that is true. There's no or get into somebody's pocket. That's the other part that I like. That's my favorite part about you. That was not very nice, but nobody laughed. Anyway, moving forward.
All right, here we go. I found it for you, Brittany. Maddie's Steakhouse. They have something called a bludgeon of beef, which is $194. So there you go.
wow.
Bludgeon?
It
Why
sounds
would you
horrible.
eat a bludgeon?
I don't know. Well, it's what Mike was just talking about. You got to bludgeon the beef before you eat it, right? So
Yeah. There you go.
All right, I'll
Good-
let one of you
good
guys
piece of
take
steak.
me. If you guys can all take me to go try this, and we'll see if it's any good.
We'll
All
get
right.
a bludgeon there, Brett.
We'll get a bludgeon, Brittany and bludgeoning.
I
Sounds
think
good.
it's wasted on me. Like I think I don't know. Like when we're at the cabin and my stepdad puts whatever grocery store steak on the grill, I'm like, that's so good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I understand. Yep.
So I'll let you guys buy me like clothes and maybe put some money towards the insulation instead of the steak because and I'm really glad we all came to this conclusion.
Well, it was a good conclusion.
So I'm here, and another trial lawyer has me staying in his penthouse at the St. Regis. And so today I walked to.
I
Again.
bet that was going to
Oh,
be
my
a
God.
good story.
we'll never know.
Honest to God, right as he's going to hit the story,
We'll never
it
know.
has to go.
What a
Well,
weird
this gives me an
feeling.
opportunity to say something about steak again, since we're pretty much done with that. But yesterday, I had a T-bone steak with 2 eggs at Waffle House.
T-bone is the
And?
best.
And I tell you what, at Waffle House, you will leave most of that steak on the plate.
Yeah, was it that kind of vibe?
It's really kind of bad, yeah.
When you get 2 eggs, Tony, is it on the side or is it like on top? Like just
The way
what's
they
the
served
vibe?
them to me, there was the eggs and hash browns were on one plate and the T-bone was on another. But the T-bone was about a 1/4 inch thick. And I'm
A
pretty
1/4 inch?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the shoe leather on the bottom of my shoes was a little more tender. I'm
gonna
pretty
be a
sure.
problem.
Listen. They charged me $22, and I also got a large chocolate milk with it too. So, and the total bill was $22. So,
$22.
I
and I got what I paid for.
There you go. I got introduced to like ordering prime rib by somebody, and I was like, okay, like I can live this life. And then I was in Williston, North Dakota, and we were at a restaurant that maybe you don't order prime rib in, and it was a different vibe. I was like, this
God.
is awful.
Yeah, yeah. If you go to one of them places that doesn't specialize in that type of food, you will be surprised. And steak and eggs at Waffle House is one of those places where you should not order steak and eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs are good and waffles are great, but steak maybe not.
I feel like you should have known that. I feel like that's on you, bro.
Yeah, well, I got this new kick where I'm trying not to eat any carbs and I want to eat high protein, so
like
I said-
everybody.
I said I'm eating at Waffle House and I'm trying to avoid carbs. So there's a few things wrong with that sentiment right there, but
I'm going to Carbland,
yeah.
but I can't order any of the carbs.
yeah, Carbland without carbs, exactly.
It's all true. Brittany, you look like you're depressed.
I'm not. I'm super happy to be here. It's like I said, my house is warm. I've got a lot of guys here working on the insulation. I'm really pumped about, and Yeah, I'm having a better week than last week for sure.
Yeah, I understand that. That is a tough row to hoe.
Yeah.
How old was she?
100.
My grandma was 100, so it's
100.
but you know what it is, Tom? It's that I within like 2 months I lost my dad and my grandma, and
God,
it's one of those things where it's like that whole side of the family was kind of held by those two people in my mind. And so now I kind of feel that like little bit of disconnect. I mean, it's not like I was close with my dad, but I was close with my grandma. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm making a lot of choices, I think, now going forward. It's like if I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna, because my dad died young and my grandma died old. And either way, life is still too short.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, 100's a pretty good run, but it is not very long when you hold it up at the clock. There's
That's
no
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is just that kind of deal. What the hell? It just, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It
I
is
mean, if
whatever. It's fun to hang out with you guys. I love that I get to do this. Kind of like pop in and formally get to see you guys once a week. I love it. I've been really assessing what things I want to do and what things I don't want to do.
you got to get insulation first. That's,
I know.
that's number one on
Step
the
one.
bucket list, right?
Totally.
So let's go back to that 1 second. You're thinking, what changes do you want to make in your life to make it better?
I think for me, figure out a way to be with Margot more. And maybe that's 1 day a week broadcasting from home.
Yeah.
I think that would be something that would make a change this year. Maybe take her on a vacation. I've never done that. Like something that's like not visiting a relative. I've never done that. Somebody mentioned, I think a goal for me would take her to Disney World because I've never been there.
Start saving money now.
Yeah, well, I mean, after this insulation, I probably have like a couple years before the Disney World.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Incidentally, if you're going to go to Disney World, I know there's a little history with you. You got to make sure that when you get there and you go through the gate, you take a left and you go into the customer service building and let them know that you're a disabled vet. That way you get fast line for everything.
Oh,
Really?
wow, really?
Yep.
Huh.
Disabled
Wow.
vets get to go the fast line without paying extra.
That's cool.
Brittany's
I didn't know
going to
that.
put her leg in a bear trap this
There you
afternoon. I'm a vet and I'm disabled. I just never said that they happened at the same time.
No, that's a very good point, actually. I think, anyway.
Well, they usually look for that little piece of plastic that you keep in your wallet with your picture on it.
That's true. Yeah, there's no question about that. Why don't we take a break? Be right back in a couple minutes. Britt, you can stay with us, can't you?
I hope so. Don't kick me out.
Andy, get rid of her. Oh, wait a minute. She could hear me. She could hear me. Damn it. I didn't think she could hear me.
What's this button do?
That was perfect. Perfect timing. All right. We'll be right back. A couple of minutes more with Britt, and, of course, Tony in studio.
For Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong. But suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing, and people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant.
There you have it, lady. I'm kind of surprised that during that entire Michael Bryant commercial that it didn't just disappear 2 or 3 times like it did with the video.
My commercial's got a bad connection, too.
I guess so. What the hell? What are you going to do? You heard me and my family rave about fresh dry snacks, and what's it been, a couple of years now? Fresh dry?
Year and a half, probably?
Year and a half, yeah, probably a year and a half ago. But you've heard me and my family talk about and rave about fresh dry snacks, and the grandkids love them. Fresh dry snacks are real food. There's no junk in them. Made from real fruits, real vegetables, and real ingredients. No powders, no fillers, no fried snacks. Yeah, that's great news. What's on the label is what's in the bag. It's called the Fresh Dry Difference. Founder Jeremy actually created the product accidentally when trying to make a healthier snack for his kids. What started as a kitchen experiment turned into a full Minnesota-based snack company. They use a proprietary fresh dry process. They dry for flavor, not longevity. The result, real crunch, real nutrients, no frying, no oils. They call it dormatized produce. Real fruits and vegetables made shelf-stable without sacrificing flavor. Right now, they offer 5 veggie brands, 12 different fruit options, 6 granola bite flavors. Go to FreshDrySnacks.com and use Barnard, Barnard, for 10% off your first order. Shipping is always free on orders over $100. You want to try them this week? Find them at the Home and Garden Show at Minneapolis Convention Center and stop by their booth to try some. We are back. We're back. Oh, so Michael never did come back, huh?
He's been popping in and out, but it's never loading properly. So I think it's probably time to call it quits.
Yeah, he's texting me saying I have an unstable network. Have fun.
Oh, that's too bad.
I was just about to start talking about him.
Yes.
Perfect
and
timing.
not in a good way.
I just love lawyers so much, but there's none here. So I'm going to keep it to myself.
Is this part of the show where we get to go through all of the lawyer jokes?
Yeah, exactly.
For example, do you know how many lawyer jokes there are? 2. The rest of them are true.
See? Oh, Brittany.
Just start with that one.
Nice,
I was waiting for Tom to make fun of you because I knew he was going to be like, oh, here we go.
You were waiting for me to attack. That's really nice.
Usually you do it for me. You mentioned the Home and Garden Show on your last ad. Are you guys gonna Andy, are you guys gonna be there at all? Do you think you're gonna pop in?
When is it? And where is it?
It's this weekend.
I think it's tomorrow.
Oh, well, probably not then.
Oh, okay.
We,
I know
we can't go anywhere with a kid.
A mutual friend of me and Tom. You remember Crisco, Tom?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they're gonna broadcast from there tomorrow. He loves you.
Crisco, good person.
He's so lovely.
I was going to say good person before he actually told me that he liked me, so that was not phony. It was real.
Yeah. I used to like him until he said he liked you, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a totally different argument. There's no question about it.
You know, speaking of that home show, one of your listeners who's listening to us right now is a guy named, I think his name is Charlie from...
Albuquerque.
Yep.
No, from... Different Charlie.
Oh.
Different Charlie. Okay.
From
There's no other Charlie.
From Wagner Sod down in Inver Grove Heights.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, I met him earlier this week, and he's... Your name came up somehow. And anyway, he says, yeah, I listen to that every day. I said, oh, cool. So
that's very nice. Thank you.
Charlie listens to you every day from Wagner Seed.
Thank you, Charlie from Wagner Seed.
We actually did have a question from the chat for Tony. It was like half an hour ago, but I remember everything. That's not true at all. Ron wanted to know if you were ever a petty officer in the Navy.
Pretty sure that's what that says.
No, well, there you go.
Well, there's your answer.
So, Ron,
I'm
if you're
sure
still
that's what that
listening,
says.
the answer would be yes.
You know, if I wasn't courted, I would stand up and show you my back because there's a bigger one back there. But yet that's what that is right there.
Huh.
I'm fighting the urge to make fun of the Navy, but that's the Army in me. So
You go right ahead.
Oh.
You go right ahead.
It's so cute, your guys' little outfits.
Yeah, Miss aren't ready to be Marines yet.
Oh, there you go. Boy, look at the time.
Listen, that's just between us. These guys can't play.
I mean, it's funny, Tom. It's so funny because when I'm on like My Talk and we have like a military person come in, the urge, because every like division makes fun of every other division. Yeah. And like Army looks down on Navy, but like all the other ones think that Army were just dumb idiots running around sleeping on the dirt.
You mean you're not?
Which isn't wrong. But it's just so funny because you're so used to it. And then you realize you're around people and it sounds like you're just attacking our troops, which is a vibe.
I suppose you could call it a vibe, yeah.
There's a lot of inner branch rivalry, so to speak.
Yeah.
Actually, this road name right here, I was given that by the Marines.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm a token squid at the Marines' birthday party. I've been to the Marines' casual birthday party it's at Paulie's in St. Paul now. And I've been there, I think, 13 years in a row, 14 years in a row, something like that. Anyway, I'm the only Navy guy that shows up that was not
Really?
a
Not invited.
medic.
Oh.
Because the Marines consider Navy medics to be Marines.
Oh.
Yeah, I
But-
could see that. I did a couple things with the Marines. I've done a couple things with Special Forces. And yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I became their token squid. Just
You're
in
like more
case
of
you
a-
don't know, squid is one of those derogatory
Yep.
names for people in the Navy.
Yep. A
I
squid.
feel like
Yeah.
you're more of like a mascot for them, maybe.
Let's not change. Look, the road name is sewn in. Let's
Yeah,
not,
you can't just
let's
buy
not be
those.
making any changes to that.
So are
Your
branches
token
like?
mascot, do you think? No,
Are you a
think it
lifer?
might be.
Like, or can you go from Army to Air Force to whatever?
Okay, say
Yeah.
the first part of that question
Yeah,
again.
you know, he's asked, you have to stay in your, no, you can go from different things. You have to like join formally, and like sometimes you can, it can either help you in your career or not, but people don't switch around a lot.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
It happens periodically, though.
But you can, yeah. And you have to like formally join.
Yeah.
It's like a whole process.
And then everyone's like, "You abandoned us, and we don't like you anymore."
It's more like you have to take a hit because it's like switching schools that the credits don't always transfer.
Oh,
so
yeah.
sometimes you'll go down
Yeah.
in rank or down in pay grade because it doesn't all switch over.
And depending on what your job is, maybe it will go up. But those are kind of
Yeah.
rare. Yeah, it depends on your job.
You kind
I
of just pick, it's like you pick a lane and you stick with it because then you know that all that stuff will
Yep.
add up for promotion points.
I got to tell you, one of the great points in my life was just after the Vietnam era. I was drafted, but I didn't. But I had a hernia, so they wouldn't let me actually go into the service. So, but the great part of that is my brother Terry did a couple of tours over in Vietnam, and watching him come back home and try to blend in with the street people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Just like trying to blend in with citizenry again. And you could watch how hard that was for him.
Yeah.
I mean, now you guys would probably know a lot more about this than I would, but there's something about when you go and I mean that battle was pretty that entire war was pretty hideous. But is it just what is that about people? Do they not know by looking at someone? You know, I probably don't want to piss them off. You're probably going to kick me right in the store if I do.
You know, it's so, I mean, I can't relate at all in a lot of ways, Tom, because, I mean, even though I felt strange in my going back to my old life after a year deployed in Kuwait and Iraq,
Yep.
it wasn't my I did not have a hard deployment. I didn't have, I mean, we did a lot of convoys and stuff like that, but like, I don't think anyone can relate to that time and period when soldiers came back because it was just like
that's true. Yeah.
and also like they didn't know the temperature. Like, you know, I knew that I'd contact online, I could whatever, and the fact that you would be in a country and thinking that like you're going to come back and you'll have this respect, and there was this counter, you know, thoughts around it. I'm like, I just can't even imagine the whiplash that would feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty tough.
I can't imagine it either, although apparently I was a little closer to the Vietnam era because when I came home after Desert Storm, nobody knew. Nobody got to know that I spent any time in the service.
Oh, really?
Because I was still remembering what the Vietnam guys went through
That
when
makes
they came
sense.
home.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and
Yep.
Desert Storm, which was 1991, the citizenry of the United States got behind the military in a way that they had not done since World War II. However, it was still fresh in my mind what the guys who came back from Vietnam went through.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I was heavily into puberty and learning how to drink and stuff when the guys came home from Vietnam, but I still remember it very clearly. And I came home in 91. And I didn't make it a point to tell people that I was a veteran until about 2012.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could see that. I mean,
A handful of people got to know, but I mean, I wear it now. But I would never do it up until probably 2014, 2015 before I started putting patches on to let people know that I served. Significant amount of time.
So the guy who asked you if you were a petty officer, he says, I was a third-class ordnanceman, 67 to 70, 2 squadrons and 2 aircraft carriers, Kitty Hawk and Independence.
Thank you very much for protecting me.
Yeah, there you go.
Taking care of me.
Yep.
The Kitty Hawk and what was the other one?
Independence.
Kitty Hawk and Independence. I don't remember those making the news. Kitty Hawk was a big one.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it like the biggest aircraft carrier in the late 60s?
I think so, yeah.
But it wasn't the one that burned.
Yeah, I don't know.
The one that burned is still in the training videos for guys who go to boot camp in the Navy. And there's rumors that it was started by the senator from Arizona who passed away a few years ago. The senator from Arizona who was a POW in Vietnam.
Oh, who was that guy?
He ran for president and lost.
Yeah.
He picked, he's the guy who ran with the girl from Alaska.
Sarah Palin.
Yeah, what was her running mate's name?
What is his name? Oh my God.
Wow. Not John McCain.
Yeah, John McCain.
Yeah, John McCain.
I think it was John McCain. You know, he got so messed up as a POW. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but he was so messed up that he couldn't lift his arm past, like, here.
Really?
Yeah, wasn't he the pen holder?
One of the things that they used to do in Vietnam is the Vietnamese would take the American prisoners and tie their hands behind their back and then hang them off the ground.
Oh, God.
Then hang them by their hands so their whole body was off the ground. And they would have to hang like that for hours and sometimes days. And McCain was somebody who had to endure that, which is why he couldn't lift his arm up.
Yeah, it's like you hear that and you go, yeah, so I did convoys for 12 hours. You know what I mean? Like it's not, you feel kind of like, I don't think I experienced remotely what a lot of people have experienced in the military prior, you know.
And see, I use the same kind of thing to motivate me every day in the work that I currently do, which is going all over the country, taking care of the families of the guys who didn't come home. The men and women who don't come home, I go take care of their families. And that's really one of my motivators. You remember when you were on convoys, probably. I'm going to make an assumption here in this story, so...
Oh, that doesn't go well.
Let me know if I get it wrong. But you'd be going down the convoy, and there'd be several of you in the truck. Right? Some of you would become very, very close friends. And you would look at the person who was your good friend sitting next to you and say something like, if something happens to me, make sure this letter gets delivered. Or if something happens to me, take care of my family. Or if something happens to me, please do this. Go back home and do this. You never experienced that?
I was with the infantry. I didn't trust any of them to carry a letter somewhere.
Well, that's
fair enough, but I think a lot of the other guys did.
I mean, we're in such a digital age. It wasn't like that, Tony. Like, it just wasn't like that.
Computers weren't invented until I got out of the Navy. That's not completely true.
And we got to talk to our significant others a lot, unless we were on base in Iraq. But for the most part, when we go back to Kuwait, it wasn't. I mean, we lost people. Like, there was some loss in there, but like it. I don't know what it was. Maybe just the disassociation. It wasn't like that.
Well, I think.
I guess I can stop working now because this is the only reason I was working. Because I would be going to the families to do the different things that men and women would say.
Yeah, I also was with I was one of the older ones, and I was like 25, and so they were at an age where like you don't foresee you didn't. Even though people got hurt and even though there's issues, I don't think a lot of them thought of their own death. Does that make sense? Like, yeah.
You're invincible.
Incidentally, I had my 25th birthday in boot camp.
Oh, funny. Yeah,
that's the only time in my life I've ever been called Grandpa.
I celebrated someone's 21st birthday when we were in Iraq, and I'm like, you're a baby.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, they weren't thinking about a letter to send to their, like, girlfriend or probably wife because everyone gets so married so young in the military. But, no, I'm just being honest with you that wasn't my experience.
Well, that is how I explain what it is that I do because I go take care of these families all over the country and stuff like that. And it helps for civilians in particular, right, Tom? Mm-hmm. It helps them understand what it is that I do and why it is that I do it.
Yep.
No, because there used to be an awful lot of that. In World War II, everybody had a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody had a letter. In Korea, everybody had a letter also. And I think in Vietnam, most of them had a letter. Well, again, you said it before. In Vietnam, when they came home from Vietnam, they hadn't had any contact with the United States for days, weeks, or months before they stepped foot in this country again. Nowadays, you're on the phone all the time. There's video chats. There's all kinds of things going on.
And
but that's still why I do what I do.
Yeah, and to be honest, and just because it's interesting how things have shifted so much. To be honest, I have lost more battle buddies getting back, and the mental health of it all. Like,
that's 22 a day.
I've lost more that way, and that's just like the war. Just everything changes all the time, right? Like while I was deployed, I didn't lose anyone in my squad, but since then I've lost people to drugs, alcohol, and suicide. And that's.
And drugs and alcohol are usually suicide with a different name.
Yeah. So, I'm involved with a charity, a nonprofit called To Be Continued, and it's suicide awareness and mental health, especially in like the rural Minnesota counties, because they don't have much outreach for mental health.
I think that we had 80 suicides in Minnesota in 2025.
Yeah.
God.
80.
Unbelievable.
We got someone texted in. He says, it's Mailman Mike, by the way. I was a submariner in the Cold War, 1982 to 1986. I still feel like there's civilian things I haven't adjusted to. And he also said, I spent a couple months under the Kitty Hawk in the old days.
Oh, God.
Being a submariner.
Well, he was a submariner. Yeah. So you know what they say about submariners. 100 men go down and 50 couples come up. See, man. I'm a sailor, so I get to make that joke.
Man.
But yeah, I totally get that. That makes perfect sense because civilians, as a matter of fact, other military men and women don't have any idea what the submariners got to go through.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any difference if it's peacetime or not. I mean, they're sleeping with somebody so close to them that they're sharing breath.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
It's I don't want to do it.
I want to thank you guys for this because as you were talking about this, because I was, when the Vietnam War hit its heights, I had just turned 18 years old. And I did not realize this, but when you guys were talking, and things were running through my head and all the rest of it. All but 2 of my friends from the Vietnam era are dead, and a lot of them died in Vietnam.
Aww.
I mean, it's got to be at least 18 to 22 people that I know that did not come home or came home from a short time and killed themselves or, drunk driving car accidents that killed them. Mm-hmm. There's 2 left out of the 24, 26 of them, whatever it was. I didn't even realize that until just now. So thanks for making my day much brighter.
God, it's
really
so sad.
Didn't you tell me you woke up in a great mood?
Yeah, I did. I was in a great mood until you guys got here.
No, but you know what?
I tried to warn you.
There's something really magical about, like, I think that, of course, it's sad in itself, but it's also like, think about where you are and who you are because of those people that you've had in your life. I mean, they make you who you are. Like, nobody gets unimpacted by those people.
No question about it. I've talked about it before, whether it was the Fisher family, the O'Brien family, the Laurent family, I go down the list. Those mothers and fathers stood up and stood for me as a kid because my dad was hauled away. I will never forget all of those families. There were like 5, 6, 7 of them that said, don't worry about this, Tom. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I mean, you know what a gift that was?
There's nothing, and I bet you Toots is so appreciative too. It's like nothing is more important than that, Tom. Like nothing.
No question. It was wonderful, and to this day, I can't believe they just stood up and said, "No, don't worry about this. We'll take care of it." And I just realized at that point, hell, I'm in better shape than when my dad was still here. So that's the good thing right there, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Come right back and wrap things up right after this.
Sorry, I just need
Come
a
on,
little
Andy,
more time
step it
than
up.
that.
Come on, Andy. Andy.
We got people texting in and
on, Andy.
asking questions.
Typical,
Sugar tit all the way.
I can't carry the whole show by myself. I could
You're
use some
literally supposed
assistance
to.
out there. Yes, that is true. All right.
Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Pete Wolf, owner of Robinson Rubber of Robbinsdale.
I partnered with North American Banking Company because I was able to talk to the president, and I know they have my back. They are much easier to talk to than those larger banks. The openness and flexibility has been the best part of banking with North American Banking Company. They understand small to medium businesses. No matter what part of the bank I am working with, North American Banking Company has the latest technology and friendly staff. I would absolutely recommend North American Banking Company to any of my closest colleagues if they want to have peace of mind in their business.
So why not bank where I bank, with my friends at North American Banking Company? To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com, or do what I do and stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ooh, we're rocking out, man.
We always are.
That's all I have to say, no question about it. I love these shows like this, talking about all these different subjects, and it's not just the same. You know, when you got a politics show or a sports show or whatever, you end up talking about the same stuff all the time, which is great. I mean, there are really good shows out there to do that. But I like we attack all these different stories from different angles and the way you went through your life, the way I went through mine. I mean, that stuff is fascinating to me. It really is.
You should be one of your listeners.
I should be one of my listeners. You're absolutely right. I should tune in to me. Yeah, there you go.
Do you ever, Tom? Because, so on the show I am on, they replay it. So from 3 to 6, we have the show, and then from 6 to 7, they replay it. So I get in the car, I hear my voice, and I immediately panic in a state of no! Have you ever been somebody who can re-listen to your show?
No.
No.
Nope, not at all.
Really? I edit the show, so I kind of have to, and it's to me, it's just like.
I hate when I had to edit stuff that had my voice on it. I was like.
See, you guys wonder why I'm so quiet all the time. I'm just sitting over here in the corner. Just so when I listen to the show, I just want to make sure I'm not on it.
So quiet.
There you
just
have
doing my best.
We had a question, Tire Carver. I wanted to know if you've done other rides to cross-promote Gold Star to other groups.
Yes. Well, that's kind of a weird question, but I think the answer is yes. NVAR is one of my favorites. That's the National Veterans Awareness Ride. They collect as a group in mid-May, and they all go out to California, and then they ride from California to Washington, D.C., so they can land in Washington, D.C. on Memorial Day to be part of that big motorcycle demonstration to remind the President of the United States that we still have MIAs and POWs.
Right.
And I have ridden with that group. Last year was the 6th time that I joined them and I rode with them. I've also joined the Old Cronies. I actually have one of their patches. I actually got one of the patches from NVAR on here too. Old Cronies is a group out of South Dakota, a bunch of guys that are they love riding motorcycles and they love doing great things for veterans. They're a wonderful, wonderful organization. They single-handedly, I say that with kind of my tongue in my cheek because I think there's about 20 of them, 20 guys from the Old Cronies. They managed to raise something like $175,000 in about 6 months to put up a Gold Star monument in Aberdeen, South Dakota. So I was there for the unveiling of that monument as well, but I've been riding with those guys one of the mother-in-law of one of the guys who rides with the Old Cronies who invited me out there, she was the last Gold Star mother that I wrote about in my book. So I landed out there. She was 93 at the time, I think. She lost her son in 1968, I think. Yeah, it was 1968 because 50 years till 2018.
Yeah.
Anyway, the side note there is that the newspaper came to her the next day and said, what was this guy doing on his motorcycle here? Because Aberdeen's little town. Anyway, she said it was the first time in 50 years that anybody ever acknowledged that she lost a son in Vietnam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Jesus.
I mean, that's the last story of this book, and I am working on the sequel, but you can still get this one on our website. Anyway, the sequel,
Show it again. Will you hold it up?
And what's the title of the book?
Yeah. Can you
This
see the
book
title?
is titled Yours Very Sincerely and Respectfully, The True Story of the Gold Star Ride Foundation's 2018 Journey Across, Around, and Through America, Honoring Gold Star Families.
Very nice.
You might be in this book, too.
Uh-oh.
There might be something that you regret in chapter 1 or something.
It's under A for asshole.
Might be.
I
don't remember. Believe it or not, I wrote the book, but I haven't read it for a little while, so I forget a lot of the stuff that's in it.
I'm going to have to read the book and find out how I got stabbed in the back in this one, you know.
So the sequel, the only thing I'll share with you about the sequel is I finished writing the introduction, and when I finished writing the introduction, I realized that I wrote the introduction about Dean Martin.
Well, Pally.
Yeah, well, you clearly remember Dean Martin.
I definitely do.
What maybe you don't remember about Dean Martin is that he was active as a singer and an actor for a long, long time. I think he was in something like 61 movies.
That's about right.
And I think he recorded something like 650 songs.
Jeez.
Like more than Elvis, or as many as Elvis. Just huge volume of work. And he could sing. Man, he could sing good, couldn't he?
Oh, he's a phenomenal singer. There's no doubt about it. One of the great singers of all time.
But about 1987, he basically just dropped off the map.
Yep.
Just disappeared. Mm-hmm. He died in 1995, but he dropped off the map in 1987. And what happened in 1987? He became a Gold Star dad because his son was a pilot for the California National Guard and died in a plane crash. And so that made him a Gold Star dad. And you can say anything you want about different people and how they handle different stuff, but this one is pretty clear to me that he stopped being a singer and an actor the day that his son died.
Yeah, probably true. You know, there's a video that's out right now, and I don't even remember where I saw it, but I saw it a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, that Dean Martin found out somebody he knew had died. So he flew. There's never a description of who the guy was, how he knew the guy, whatever. But Dean Martin got on an airplane and flew to, I think it might have been Louisiana. I'm not sure, but I think it was somewhere like that. Flew down there for the funeral, all the rest of it. He was never introduced to anybody else at the funeral. He just, all of a sudden, the funeral was over. He got up, went back to his car. But here's a guy that found out at the last minute that a good friend of his had died and spent his entire rest of his day working it around so he could go and honor him at the gravesite before he went back to work. I mean, that's the kind of guy that Dean Martin was.
Yeah, another thing is everybody thought that when he was doing his interviews, in particular when he was doing his interviews and when he was doing his celebrity roast and all that stuff, that he was always drunk.
Yeah, they thought he was always drunk.
But he was always drinking iced tea.
Yep.
He started drinking after he became a Gold Star dad.
Correct.
But I think he drank socially, but he was always pretending to be drunk.
Yeah, he cultivated that image on purpose.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
He did. All right, let's go get drunk and get rid of Brittany.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
15 years down the drain. Let's just do it.
When's your 15-year anniversary? Do you know?
Mine. I'll have 16 years this summer. I never count like what I don't have, just in case. But I'll have 16 years in. Mine's July, end of July.
Oh.
I think 25th. I have to double check. I'm not great with dates.
So mine was what? Was mine July?
Well, I always celebrate yours like a week after mine. Just to remind you that.
You see there now. I quit drinking myself at midnight last night.
Yeah, there you go. So I mean, it's
I'm catching you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody on the show today. Thanks for all your responses, and I love doing the show. I miss Catherine on it today, though. You know. She
the way you said I miss Catherine is acting as if she is dead. You are so dramatic. I miss Catherine.
Get away from me.
I didn't want to share the chair.
That was.
I don't think Tom wanted you guys to share the chair.
Probably not.
I just came in here because I was looking for a public restroom. But
indeed.
Didn't want to share the chair.
That is going to do it, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye, Tom. Bye, Andy. Bye, Tony.
Bye-bye.